The gripping storyline in Days of Our Lives takes a dangerous turn as Xander Cook finds himself battling the shadows of his past. For those who believed Xander's bad boy days were behind him, think again. A storm is brewing, all centered on his thirst for revenge. Xander is determined to brutally avenge the hit and run that left his wife in critical condition, with Brady being the prime suspect. In recent episodes, viewers were shocked when Sarah Horton became the victim of a devastating hit and run. The scene was heartbreaking. Xander, the man who swore to protect her, found Sarah lying helpless on the ground, barely clinging to life. The anguish in his eyes revealed the torment of a man who once vowed to take the better path for his family. But now, that vow hangs by a thread. When Xander decided to abandon his darker impulses for Sarah and their baby Victoria, it was a choice driven by love, a promise to become the man they deserved. But as Sarah fights for her life, the question arises, can Xander stay on that path when all he can think about is revenge? The answer seems increasingly doubtful. Although Sarah survived the initial trauma, her road to recovery is anything but smooth. The revelation that she is now partially paralyzed, unable to feel anything from the waist down, shatters what little peace remained. The implications for Sarah's future are devastating, and Xander's rage resurfaces. The man who nearly lost the love of his life is seething with anger, and it's no longer just about the faceless perpetrator, it's personal. As the investigation unfolds, Xander refuses to sit idly by. Guided by Detective Jada Hunter, Xander relentlessly pursues justice. But this isn't just about justice, it's about vengeance. He hounds Jada at every turn, demanding results as his patience wears thin. The more time passes, the more Xander's dark side begins to resurface. For fans who have followed Xander's complicated journey, this is where his internal conflict becomes stark. On one hand, he wants to be the man Sarah and Victoria need, a stable, loving partner and father. On the other hand, the primal urge for revenge gnaws at him. The thought that Sarah's attacker could get away with just a prison sentence enrages him. And as new details begin to point toward Brady Black, Xander's grip on self-control starts to slip. Fingers begin to point at Brady, raising suspicions that he might be responsible for the hit and run. Days hints that Brady's lost memories and a carefully orchestrated setup by Fiona make him a likely culprit. For those who recall the turbulent history between Xander and Brady, this twist is no surprise. In fact, Brady recently recounted their bloody feud to Fiona, noting that Xander once shot him. When Xander hears that Brady might be behind Sarah's suffering, the idea of leaving it to the authorities becomes laughable. The old Xander, reckless, dangerous, and willing to do whatever it takes for revenge, begins to re-emerge. And if there's one thing fans know, it's that Xander doesn't let go of a grudge easily, especially when his loved ones are involved. The notion that Brady could walk free ignites a fire in him that could lead to deadly consequences. However, not everything is as it seems. Fiona's involvement casts doubt on the entire situation. It's becoming increasingly clear that she has her own agenda, and as secrets begin to unravel, the true story behind the hit and run might come to light. Did Fiona intentionally frame Brady, or is something darker at play? There are rumors that Fiona might confess to the crime to protect Brady, especially if she senses Xander is preparing to take justice into his own hands. Armed and ready for a confrontation, Xander may be on the brink of a showdown that could end in tragedy. But if Fiona reveals the truth, it could derail his revenge plan instantly. The threat to Brady is real, and if Xander decides to take matters into his own hands, it could reignite the cycle of violence he's fought so hard to escape.